Yeah, I'm going live. you, Ian. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the last and final Sanctuary of Love for 2020. Just so everyone knows that's live with us right now, we do the Sanctuary of Love every first day of every month. And we have been doing the soul experience uh, for about a year. Well, this is going to be our second year, right, Ian?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So we did a whole year in person. First, it was in Topanga Canyon, then North Hollywood, and then after COVID-19 happened, we've been doing it digital ever since. And
Right.
slowly but surely, our digital. Hey, Jocelyn. Our digital platform is growing. We, prior to going digital, we used to promote really heavy for the in-person experiences, but I really strongly believe that if you build it, then they will come. And I haven't really been doing a lot of promotions, prior to the digital experience. I just let a few people know, but everyone knows that it happens on the first day of every month, and hopefully that word will continue to spread, and the word of mouth will continue to spread, and everybody will continue to not only be in digital, but when we get back into our in-person experiences, then that'll grow and multiply, and more souls will get rejuvenated, and more subconscious reprogramming will happen, and more people will begin to live the lives that they truly want to live, and truly harness the power of creation versus the circumstantial aspect of living. So I want to welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This is it's such a great time to recondition the mind. We're approaching a holiday season in the space of quarantine and isolation and recreating the reality of our lives, right? And it's so interesting to be able to live in this time period where things are absolutely not the way that they were last year this time. Things are very, very different. We're wearing masks now all the time, for one. Um, for the second, we're constantly being inundated by the media to be concerned about this virus that's amongst our society now, and we're living very different lives. We can't go out to eat at the restaurants that we want to go. We can't go to the amusement parks. We can't go to the churches. We can't really do anything that we were doing last year at this time. So this reality, it really gives us an opportunity to have a conversation about what we're here to converse about today, and that's breaking down. I really didn't know what I was going to communicate with everyone about tonight, because we've done so many topics, we've had so many different experiences, and I really don't want to repeat anything that we've done in the past. And usually the conversations that we have they derive from my experience of life. And over the past 30 days or so, I have been doing so much work with so many people around the world, hypnotizing people, providing therapy for people, listening to various individuals' challenges and what they're going through, and in their spaces of love and intimacy and finances and family life. And one thing that has really stood out to me is everyone is breaking down. And and not just the individuals that I've worked with, but everyone right now in the world. We're all breaking down this idea of the way that life is supposed to be, because life is no longer how we assume that it would be based upon our efforts. Our lives are being impacted by government, by viruses, by circumstances that we didn't even see coming. And now we have to recreate this experience of life at the same time of dealing with our lives. And that's just been causing a lot of people to break down, to feel things that we didn't have the time to feel before, to experience realities that we didn't give ourselves a chance to experience before. And in the process of this breaking down, what I've had the opportunity to experience, and it's been so beautiful, is that through the experience of breaking down, I've seen people's lives break through. I've seen people's lives take on new realms of reality. I've seen people go from feeling like they can't move, that they can't do anything besides be depressed or be uncertain or doubtful of their independent ability to live, to striving, to succeeding, to moving past the pain and creating pleasure. I've seen it. So the reason why I chose to have a conversation about breaking down tonight is to address the fear that most people have of going through that reality. Some of you may not know what a phoenix is, okay? But there's an old adage that talks about the phoenix is has to burn to ash before it rises again. And what that means is that when we're going through the elements of life that cause us to feel as if we are losing ourselves, that we are losing at the experience of life, that we are going out of control or losing control of the way that we believe things should be. The magic in those moments is that's where you have the most opportunity to discover your truest strength. That's where you actually have the chance to level up, to take things to higher heights, to redefine your purpose, to ask the necessary questions and do the necessary things in order for you to step out of what you normally find yourself doing and step into what you are determined to create as your reality. So these breakdowns when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling uncertain, when you're feeling like things just aren't going the way that you want for them to go, that is when you have to take the time to ask yourself what it is that you are wanting to create in that moment. Because if things aren't working out the way that you are expecting for them to work out, then that means that you are not living the life that you are choosing to create. So when you have these breakdowns, I want to encourage you to see them as access to the breakthroughs. It is the time that you need to reconcile what you thought you had control of and leave it up to the power of the universe. Leave it up to your thoughts. Leave it up to your words. Create it. Tell yourself what you are up to. Think about what you are going to do next. Because most of the time, what we were doing is what we thought we could do. And what we're not doing is what we don't believe can happen. Dale Carnegie said it the best. If you believe that you can do a thing, then you are right. And if you believe that you can't, you are also right. So take that to heart tonight for the last soul of the year. Make sure that whatever it is that you are believing, that you are conscious of that. And know that regardless of what it is, you are right. Okay? So, Ian, let's go ahead and have some music here, my friend.
All right.
We're about to enter into the hypnotic moment of the evening. Some of you may not know, most of you probably do. I am a certified hypnotherapist, but I consider myself just an overall healer. People come to me whenever they feel they can't or accelerate an experience of life. And what we do is we go into the subconscious and recondition the programming that has caused the individuals to experience life in the way that they're experiencing it. And we go in and we recondition those modalities so that life can become extraordinarily. So this is me giving this miracle, this soul to you without charging anything. Because I believe that if together we're able to create our realities in the way that we want it to exist, then that will trickle. It'll continue to trickle in through life. And people will step away from the circumstances of life and begin to live a life that they are actually creating. Okay. So this is going to take about 15 minutes or so. Wherever you are, Just try to find a peaceful space. If you want to lay down, lay down. You don't have to look at me. Put an ear. Catch a thought. Okay?
Hey Moses,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, but you may need to put headphones on if you don't have any in right now, because it's kind of cutting in and out when you're talking compared to the piano.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me okay, Ian?
Yeah, it sounds better.
Okay. Okay. I'd like for everyone to please take in a deep breath. And then exhale. Taking another deep breath. And then exhale. Taking one more deep breath. And then exhale. Very good. I'd like for everyone to please close their eyes. And as you're closing your eyes, I want for you to bring the visual with your eyes closed. Raise your sight up right above your eyebrows. I want for you to focus your visual right here on your third eye. Just bring that focus right there on the third eye. And just breathe. And now I want for you to expand. Move your left eye to the left and move your right eye to the right. And open up your perspective in your mind. And breathe. You'll feel a little bit of pressure right here in your frontal lobe. But if you can focus your attention on the left with your left eye and the right with your right eye. And just sit there in that space. And allow for your entire body to feel settled. Continue to breathe. Now, in your mind, I want for you to place a big white board right in the middle of your forehead. It's just a big white board, rectangular shape. Just rectangular shape, big white board. And see it right there in the front of your visual. And as you're looking at that white board, I want for you to write the word or words breaking down. Write it in big, bold, black letters. Breaking down. And now what I want for you to do is to push that board way out in front of you. Push it even further in your mind. Even further. Even further than that. You'll begin to feel a draw right around your temples. Push it out even further than that. And now taking a nice deep breath. And exhale. And while you're exhaling, I want for you to think of something that caused you to break down over the past 30 days. I want for you to think of the exact moment, the exact time. I want for you to feel the emotions that were associated with that breakdown. For some of you, it may have been a disappointment with finances. For some of you, it may have been a disappointment in relationships and love. For some of you, it may have been a disappointment with family. For some of you, it may have been a disappointment with your health and your well-being. Whatever the breakdown was, I want for you to imagine it, feel it, and experience it right now in this moment. And as you're experiencing this, I'm going to count you down from
5 all the way down to 0. And when we get down to 0, you'll enter into a very relaxed state of mind. And any of the anxiety or the stress or the frustration that you are dealing with in the space of this breakdown that you had already experienced and are now re-experiencing, you'll notice that the energy associated with that breakdown will become very neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Allow for yourself to go into a deep sleep. Now, each and every time I suggest the words deep sleep to you, you'll enter into this space quickly, calmly, and easily, and allowing for yourself to go even deeper. Notice now how the experience of that breakdown that you were going through is beginning to dwindle away. I'd like for you to bring your attention to the tips of your fingers. Feel the tips of your fingers begin to tingle. And allow for that tingling sensation to move up your fingertips, taking over your entire hand on both left and right, and moving up your forearms to your elbows. Your arms are beginning to feel very tingly, a vibration that's warm. And that vibration that's warm is allowing for your shoulders to feel very, very relaxed right now. And each breath that you take in now and each breath that you release, your shoulders will continue to get more and more relaxed. More and more relaxed. And that relaxation will now move down your shoulders and over your chest, allowing for your heart, your lungs, and all the muscles associated with your upper body to feel extraordinarily relaxed and released as you continue to go a little deeper than what you've gone before. I want for you to bring the experience of the breakdown that you have previously encountered. Bring it right back to the forefront of your mind, right here. And see and experience exactly what you are going through in the moment that you felt as you were having that breakdown. Notice any body syndromes that you're having. If you feel any tightness or tension in your chest or in your face or in your shoulders. Notice where you feel the breakdown in your body. Maybe in your lower back, maybe in your stomach. Notice where you feel the breakdown taking place in your body. It may be in the form of a headache, Notice where you feel the breakdown in your body. And once you are aware of the location that you are experiencing the breakdown, I want for you to begin the process of removing that experience from that space in your body. Taking a deep breath and focus your energy on that space of the body. Focus it right there. And as you're breathing, each breath that you take, that area of the body is becoming more and more relaxed. And it's releasing any tension and any anxiety that's associated with that area of your body. And in that area of the body, I want for you to imagine that there's a circular light energy that's forming. And let's insert that circular light energy right there. Let's imagine that there's a little dial that we're beginning to turn up the heat and the vibration of healing right there in that area. And notice that any pain, any tension, any anxiety is beginning to drift away. And each breath that you take, it continues to drift further and further away. Further and further away. And now I want for you to imagine yourself in your mind standing immediately in front of you, where you are right now. I want for you to imagine that version of yourself completely unbothered by what caused the current version of you to experience this breakdown. Notice how you look. Notice the energy that you are feeling. Pay attention to what you are wearing. Pay attention to the posture of your body. Pay attention to the internal experience of your soul. And just look at that version of yourself. And become very, very aware at the stability that is present. Notice how what you were so concerned about, whether it be finances, love, health, it's all being worked on, managed, handled, and being executed by this version that you see in front of you. Notice how the things that weren't working out so well are now working out with ease. Notice how effortless your life has become. I'm going to count down from 11 all the way down to 0. And when I get down to 0, what will happen is the individual that you have created in front of you will become a part of your subconscious programming, and you, in this realm of reality, will become that individual. And you will notice that as life progresses, that the things that used to bother you in the past, the things that used to disrupt your peace in the past, will no longer impact you in the same way. The fears, the disappointments, the doubts, they will all vanish in the process of you becoming. Now at 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, feeling the molecular structure of your DNA begin to transform at 5, 4, 3, 2, stepping into the process of reawakening at 1, 0, completely combining yourself, allowing for yourself to become and experience the transformation as it is. Taking in a deep breath. And exhaling all of the old and embedding the new. When I count you out from 0 to 5 now, you will reawaken. You'll be completely aware of everything that you have experienced and are experiencing. You will look forward to the breakdowns that may happen in your future, because in those moments, you will anticipate the discovery of the breakthrough that is ahead. Any worries or concerns or disappointments that you have experienced as of late will no longer exist in the experience of your life. You'll feel rejuvenated. You'll feel loved. You'll feel appreciated. You'll feel prepared to experience life as your creation. At 0, which is always the deepest form of hypnosis, going a little deeper now at 0, feeling the experience of your subconscious mind being reconditioned now at 1, 2, 3, 4, becoming completely aware of the sound of my voice, and 5, eyes wide open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes wide open, wide awake, wide awake. Very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that all of you participated in the hypnotic experience. I hope that it was a benefit for you. If you did participate, I know 100% that it was a benefit for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to work on your mind. It's so important to work on that muscle. I promise you, the the more that you work on the muscle of reconditioning your subconscious and everything that you've already experienced in the past, the easier life becomes to create, even through all the circumstances of life. Okay? So I want to read a quick excerpt. Thank you, Ian, for the beautiful music. I really don't know if it's me being a hypnotherapist or you being an extraordinary musician that gets the vibration going in the way that it is, but I know that it's the combination of both. But I just feel so blessed to have you not only as a partner in the Sanctuary of Love, but also as a brother and a friend of 20 some odd years. And it's just like, man, every month that we do this, I get reacquainted to the magic that we are providing for the people that participate with this experience. You know, it's like a renewal of the soul. You know, and I can't do it without you. So I just wanted to thank you, man, once again.
Thank you as well.
Yes, man. All right, so we're going to get into a quick chapter of We Are God, which is the new book of Moses. It's a book that I have written to give individuals a deeper sense of an understanding at who we are as creators on this planet. I strongly believe that we were created to become creators. And if we don't hold that as a truth, then we'll always live our lives in a circumstantial state. Okay? So this is the cover. It's We Are God. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm just going to kind of scroll real quick and we'll see where we land. Okay, so we landed here. I'm going to go to the beginning of this, wherever that may be. Let's see. Okay, so it's right there. Okay. All right. So this is pretty interesting. This chapter is called Addiction to Communication. I'll give you a little bit of a background to this. This book is really here to teach people how to love themselves and to be accountable for the fact that we are God. It's not that we are gods, but we are God. We are one. There's one power, there's one source that exists in everything that is being experienced in this universe. And human beings have the opportunity to participate in the experience of soul, okay, which is a piece of the power of the universe. Okay, human beings actually get that privilege once we are created. And once we are created and we are able to utilize our consciousness, that is where we are able to define our power as a part of God. So love and relationships and unity and intimacy and the exchange of that energy, it's a huge piece of being a creator. Without a male and a female connecting and making love, more creation doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. So how do we become better at unifying our souls with each other without fearing the experience of pain, without letting fears get in the way of who we are as a creator? Okay, so that's what the book is about. And this chapter just happens to be about being addicted to communication. So, meeting someone can be an exciting experience, especially if it's the type of person that easily makes you laugh, turns you on, gives you chills, immediately puts a smile on your face. The type of hair, the body, the person's soul have deeply rooted in what you've desired. It's easy for you to imagine spending every second with this person, touching and teasing. They may have sat next to you in a bar or at a church or on the plane. Imagine you've given them a way to contact you. Perhaps that person calls you and the conversation is so amazing that you can't seem to get off the phone for hours. Then, when you get off the phone, you have the experience of being caught up in thought, thinking of the next time you will encounter that person. We've all been there, right? The hours turn into thoughts, which turn into another day of communication and then a night of sex. And then all of a sudden, this person becomes a part of your daily routine of living. You all of a sudden need to hear from this person to feel as if you've had a complete day. And interestingly enough, it's as if one day the thought happens that you can't live without this person being in your life. What's happening here? Why does it feel like a unicorn flew down from the sky with an elephant strapped to its ass, pulling Santa's sleigh over the Sahara when you meet someone you actually like? Most of the time, we don't want to deal with rejection, so we by default don't interact with each other nearly as often as we desire to. Second thing is, we truly don't like ourselves as much as we think we do. I know most of you will say, "What do you mean? I like myself. Shit, I love myself. I just don't want to deal with the negative energy from people." But when you do choose to deal with someone, you become controlling. You put up boundaries, limitations, or on the flip side, you become needy, very needy. Or some of you do what seems to be the best thing possible, and that is create distance. Did you know that every day that passes by constitutes a new day? It's about balance, or the courage to seek out the balance and deal with the uncontrollable reactions to the programming we encountered from our experience of life. What are you talking about, Moses? It's kind of easy to understand, a bit more difficult to recognize, and damn near impossible to be accountable for. No one in their right mind wants to challenge what they believe is true, even though for years we continue to see our individual beliefs destroy communities, families, countries, churches, children, women, men, races, and politics. Yet we still stand on our belief being right, and no one can tell us different. Newsflash, our beliefs, and I want you to listen to this, our beliefs limit us from experiencing life as it is. It prevents us from being our created selves. When you meet someone and you believe that they should reciprocate the same actions to you that you give towards them, that is your belief. Humans aren't robots. None of us get the right to attempt to control someone else for the benefit of our comfort. Sharing what you believe is right is okay, but when you demand your belief on someone else as if the way that they are is wrong and the way that you are is right, sets a very destructive cycle in place. Have you gotten mad because someone didn't text you back timely or call you back quickly or say something properly? Have you tried changing this person yet they don't change? Have you made the attempt to put your foot down yet garner the same results? Now the complaining starts. You still stick around thinking that if you stay long enough that something will change, and day in and day out comes and goes, yet the experience is still debilitating to your soul because things just aren't going your way. This isn't love. This is circumstantial behavior, and what really is happening here is that you lack the courage to maintain commitment to self and it is destroying your potential to create anything beautiful with another. You're not helping, you're hiding. It's better for you to move on, cut the ties, and stay committed to the fulfillment of your soul. Because if you're not willing to see this as truth in the relationship that you're in, if you continue to believe that it's the other person's fault, then eliminate the excuse or become accountable. You may not believe we are God, and that's okay. But we all agree that we are made in the image of God, and we all believe that God lives inside us. That's enough for us to know that there is no separation between man and God. Someone inspired by God says it in every version of scripture across hundreds of religions. If it isn't true, why is the same message given in so many different ways from so many different prophets scattered in so many parts of the world over hundreds, if not thousands of years? If you notice in this book, I have never referenced God as he. Why? Well, it's definitely not a gender defense. It's because God is energy. Each one of our souls, all the life force existing on this planet, all the stars alive in the galaxy, it's all God. We are one God. When you truly acknowledge that, you begin to discover the source. So the opportunity to become independent in thinking and eliminate the need to change anyone for your benefit becomes possible. And you, as a human being, can become free from the addiction to several things, not just communication. Hopefully that spoke to someone out there today. And I'd like for Ian to please bring us on home with some more música. It is 9:04. I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. You know, in person at the Sanctuary of Love experiences, when we do it in person, we get a chance to do the human connection experience and then have a conversation about what we read and all that stuff. But the digital form, it's an hour, it's not 2 hours. And you guys can get back to your lives and enjoy creating. Okay? So my name is Moses Hill. Please visit www.thesanctuaryoflove.com if you ever want to read any of my blogs, or if you want to book a hypnosis session with me to alter the experience of your life or recondition your mind to enhance your experience of life. I'm here for that. And yeah, that's about it. So make sure you check out some of our clothing, some of our gear. We have some new God sweaters on the site. So, you know, make sure you go and purchase one of those for the winter season. The hoodies are really cozy. That's really all I have to say. I love each and every one of you, and I really thank you for joining. Just spread the word and follow us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and, you know, just remember 3 things. And they're written on the back of this shirt. And it's be God, be love, and be you. All right? I'll see you next time, right here at Soul. Ian will take you out. He'll play some more music. You guys can vibe out if you'd like. And I love you all. Bye. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Jocelyn. Hey, Jeremiah. Hey, Hannah. Hi. Thank you guys for joining. I don't know who else is on here. Whitworth. Oh. I think it's Ashley. All right. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.